So today we have another reaction video that we're going to do for you guys. I appreciate, shout out to my man Imari for telling me or showing me this video. Very good content. I think will be a good video. If you guys want to see something that you guys want me to talk about, be more than welcome to put it in the comment section, or my Instagram is linked somewhere on my page, my YouTube. So, but without further ado, let's get into this, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video up like the video. Why dating sucks in the Bay Area. This should be a good one. This should be a good one.
Why is the Bay Area known to be so bad for dating, especially if you're a guy? And is there a possible solution to it? Let's delve in.
Also, Fung Bros. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Here we go.
Into it.
Dude, there's hella 49ers, bro. We got to talk about this because, Andrew, the Asian male internet is surprisingly agreeing with this UC Berkeley professor who is under fire for telling guys to get out of artillery range of the range between San Francisco and San Jose, because apparently for some reason that people listed off 1,000 of them, it's really bad for dating for guys.
Right.
Interesting. Now I'm going to give you guys, this is a 12-minute video. So I'm gonna be pausing frequently. I know some of you guys don't like that. Well, it is what it is. If you want to watch the full video in its entirety, go check it out. So I'm gonna be pausing, giving you guys a warning just to pause. I'm gonna try to give it every 15 to 30-second pause, depending on what he's talking about. But off rip, California, I mean, that's gold diggers, promised land. I mean, if you're a guy out in California and you're a regular dude, hang it up. Hang it up. Hang it up. The cost of living is way too high for you to even survive there. Plus, even if you did have enough money, all the celebrities and everything, athletes, are well known. They're going to take your girl. And it also, I don't know if you guys caught the shout out to CGA. They use the 49er term. CGA has been going, he's been well known in this space, if you guys haven't known already.
And this was a white computer science professor at UC Berkeley. I believe he's married to an Asian woman from Asia. But anyways, regardless, he came under fire because it was like an inappropriate thing to say in like the student Discord. But a lot of people agree because this has been talked about for decades, guys. Have you heard of 49ers, the fours that act like Niners? Listen, I'm not saying how true it is, but there's a bunch of reasons why people say it's true.
Hey, we're about to break it down. Make sure you check out Smile Sauce at smileoutsauce.com. It's
all right. We've been no free advertisement. So let's look at this list right fast. How to crack the Bay Area dating code by expanding radius. You're competing against CEOs and bro coders. Very true. Silicon Valley is out there. Very rich guys, very intelligent guys. 60% male. So the women can be very picky. I did not know that. So there's more men out in California than there actually is women. I don't know how true that is, but if that's true, that makes a lot of sense. So the women are going to have all the choice. 49ers were very average women think they deserve the hottest man. Yeah, but here's the thing that you have to realize. This is called ego inflation. The guys that can get the women, they don't give a shit about you average guys that ain't giving sex. Or not getting sex. So what's happening is, and this has been broken down before, I'm not saying anything groundbreaking. The guys that can attract women, they're smashing all women. Ugly women, fat women, average looking women, skinny women, plus the dimes that they can smash. So that's why these women have this ego inflation. A big enough subset of Asian women that prefer white men, black men, or even Latino men. Now, that's bad news if you're an Asian guy. Now, I think it's on dating apps. The most unattractive man, I think, on some dating research is an Asian guy. So if you're an Asian bro in Cali and you're not making money, probably screwed, bro. Probably need to move. So let me just let him rock out. Let's see if he breaks this down too.
why people say it's true.
Hey, we're about to break it down. Make sure you check the
All right.
which brings a lot more heavy volume distribution of men versus women, right? As a result, I guess the women get really picky, and the guys are just like, man, it's just not a fun time to have. Also, people were talking about how there is a lot of ABGs in the Bay Area, but of course, if you are not a top-ranked Kevin Wynn ABB, you have no appeal to the ABGs, and that actually hurts it for, I guess, the nerdy guys who have been there, or even like an average guy.
Another big reason is traffic. So I heard this, and I've seen this from friends and
Guys, all that is just 80-20 rule on steroids, right? All that. Probably in California, it's not the 80-20, it's probably 90-10. Just throwing it out there.
multiple people have told me this, and this is listed, that SF residents really only date within San Francisco, and that goes the same for Oakland and Berkeley residents too, because the traffic can get so bad is that you don't want to be 30, 40, 45 minutes, an hour from each other. So you're just dating within essentially your borough.
A lot of people also said that Asian engineers are seen as less cool than engineers of other races. And then a lot of Asian guys dress poorly here because they're engineers, and that just confirms and perpetuates pre-existing stereotypes, even though in LA, that's where all the stylish Asian guys move, or New York, where that stereotype is more broken in real life.
Yeah, and they also say there's an imbalance where nearly 60% of the people in the Bay Area are men, meaning that women get to be more picky, and if women get more choices, then they're obviously going to have even a higher standard and, going to get to exercise that and take advantage of that situation.
Right. It's very interesting to see places, Andrew, go famous for being bad for dating, Seattle, the Bay Area, and then people actually like lose their careers because they stand on business so bad, like this white guy trying to like say it in the computer science chat. Now, like, by the way, that's an inappropriate place to make that comment.
Right.
Even if the comment was true. I'll tell you this.
This is that woke feminist crap where you can't say what's real. Like, what's going on? Dudes around America, if you're worth your salt, you're going to notice this, whether you're attractive, smart. You're going to notice it at any level. So also, I just want to throw this out there because he said some of the Asian guys are seen as uncool because they don't dress a certain way. Guys, the people in these areas are extremely materialistic. Like I said, this is a gold digger's wet dream living out in California. So these things, city dwellers don't make good mates. I'm just going to put that out there. Some of you guys come from the city. I get it. But in my opinion, because I'm in a big city right now and I didn't live in a big city my whole life, that's not it. City girls is not it. Long term, that is
a lot of time in the Bay, Andrew, LA, New
way more gold diggers, way more materialistic, all that.
York, Seattle, Houston, Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth, DFW, and Seattle reminds me of a Bay Area light, by the way. And I just agree with this guy's breakdown in generality, but I will say that you could optimize it.
Wayfair presents.
Here we go with the ads. So. Let me get this back on for you guys. Here we go.
Like, if you were to become a club promoter, obviously be a bartender, work at a bar, you would be trying to optimize for like the pings and ultimately an overall not that optimal fishbowl.
Right.
You can optimize, I'm saying, for your own individual positioning, even within a game that's like not the best game to be playing, right? Also, I'll say this. It's just like colleges. You know how there's party colleges, hyper intellectual colleges, and there's dry campus colleges that completely have no party scene in America. Cities are actually kind of the same way. We went to the University of Washington, agree with me or not, Andrew, not famous for partying.
No, not a huge party school.
Yeah, I would say that most people rank UW like a 5.5 out of 10. But yeah, if you were like the best looking guy in the best frat, for sure, you probably still had a crazy time. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of individual movement within
guys, and don't get this twisted. Don't go to a school, don't go to an area just because you think women's gonna be there. Like, that's not a smart idea. Don't mess your money up trying to chase some women that that you may or may not get. That's a dumb decision. You're going to have to move eventually if you want quality out of the city, or you're going to have to mingle in certain groups if you want quality women.
Macro narratives.
Well, guys, I'm shocked that when you got a bunch of computer coders and nerds together, that it was started to be hard to date, because essentially you're meeting the what is it, the Nash equilibrium. Like, not everybody can get the hottest girl. If everybody goes for the hottest girl, then nobody gets anything. One thing that I will say is that his solution was to just increase your radius. So let's say you're using a dating app and you're just looking at like a 20-mile radius in the Bay Area. This guy says the only way to break this dating curse in the Bay Area is open up your radius to 100 miles. Therefore, you're matching with girls and women from Las Vegas and Reno.
LA.
That's not a good strategy. Unless you got the money to do so, fly to certain areas and fly back. Like, unless you have the time and the resources to do that, I don't recommend that. I wouldn't recommend that. I'm not driving past 20 miles to see any woman. That's just me personally. 20 to 30 miles. I'm not driving past that. If that's like an hour if I'm not mistaken. Got a better strategy, like I've been saying this whole time in this whole video. Move cities. Move states. That's the only way out. Or pick your or find the women that like you, the little sliver that exists.
LA as well, right?
And LA, essentially, or like all of Northern California.
Fresno.
So you have to
Mongchik.
extend it to 100 miles is what he said. David, is that an actual viable solution for most people if they meet somebody 90 miles away?
I guess if you are going to stay in the Bay Area because your parents are there and you just feel so many allegiances that you can't break, then I can see how that's like optimizing for within a situation that's never going to be great. Like I said, everybody's just said SF sucks for so many reasons.
Also, too, guys, just another solution. I mean, since there's so many celebrities and stuff out in that area, cut the day naps in half. I'm not saying stop them completely, but go out, talk to some of these guys, make some connections, and you might become friends, and that could help your SMV, your sexual market value, or it can increase your money or your status because these people. Like, go out and be social. I know we live in this era where everybody wants to stay inside and do the easy thing and scroll and swipe. That's only going to work for so many guys. Just putting it out there. Not feasible for every guy.
San Jose to San Francisco. They call it Man Jose, apparently, because of the gender disparity. Somebody said that, for me, I was able to get ABGs once I got really buff and really ripped and I had some tattoos. But then I realized they were just liking me for the look because the ABG girls wanted to be with a rough, buff, tattooed bodybuilder guy. But ultimately, my personality was more with the FOB girls, the international students.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, and see, this is what I'm saying. Like, you're not being yourself. You're trying to attract women based on what the world perceives them to be, or what the world seems to be attractive. So, and then the women are going to know that you're faking it because, like he said, with his personality, they figured out that he wasn't what he portrayed himself as. You're doing all this. You're running yourself. You're chasing your tail, trying to be something that you're not.
Works. That happens.
But you know what the key was, Andrew? This guy had the optionality because he was super ripped.
Yeah, well, they just need to import some more nerdy women from maybe other countries to the Bay Area somehow. I don't know how you're going to attract them. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to attract?
Nah, that's not going to work because the 80-20 rule is the 80-20 rule. If you import more women, women don't date, but across and above in the hierarchy. They're not going to. That's not gonna happen. That's not real life. That's not gonna happen.
More women to the Bay Area. And then, so if the Bay Area is a big place that is imbalanced where there's more women than men.
I mean, more men than women.
Yeah, more men than women. Then what cities have more women than men?
New York City, Andrew. Fashion, marketing, lot of art. Art is here.
Woo!
Hey, listen, guys. Stereotypical or not, you look at the stats of those fields. There's fields that are heavily men weighted, heavily female weighted. It just is what it is still in 2024. Somebody said the problem with a lot of nerds is that they like ABGs, but ABGs are looking for a ABB Kevin Wynn type that is high level, and they super do not fit what the ABGs are looking for. But then you got a computer programming guy or a guy who's like marketing at Yelp and he wants the ABG. Andrew,
you guys got to stop thinking about ABGs like this, man. First of all, ABG is an aesthetic. Second of all, real ABGs do not want your average computer programmer. Even if you get
99 times out of 100.
Even if they get with a coder,
Facts. They don't want nerds. I'm sorry for the nerd community. Like, look at Bill Gates and them. Look at Warren Buffett. Look at Jeff Bezos. Like, women, they want DiCaprio. They want Travis Kelce, LeBron James. And every dude don't have the genetics or the attractiveness to look like that or have the ability. So I think these guys, this is where the guys are being delusional, is that they're all aiming for the same women when you should be aiming for the nerd girls that you're overlooking. If you're a successful coder and you're making, $250,000 a year, there's a woman that likes you. You're just overlooking them. You're going for the Instagram models. So be realistic with yourself. As men, we live in the real world. We can't be delusional. We'll be punished severely for doing so. So and plus 9s and 10s are going to the highest bidder. Those are the ultimate gold diggers. They're going to jump here to there. Like, guys, the most attractive women, they're not good quality women. The most attractive women usually have the most ugliest attitudes and personalities and all this stuff. Just put it out there.
Not going to be typical, just so you know.
He coding crypto illegal programs.
So please shut up about that and keep it moving.
Somebody said, man, I feel like sometimes in the Bay Area, specifically SF, white nerds are more sought after than even a slightly cool Asian guy. And then people obviously posted the photo of the...
I mean, that's pretty obvious. I don't want to go into that because this is not a channel about race, but whoever's in power, they run the world. And that's who the women submit to. It is what it is.
The guy who even said that, I will say this, that is true, especially in the past. I actually think it's less true. I think a white nerd in SF, Andrew, is actually even starting to struggle because, like we said, Andrew, not every white nerd is Fred again or Diplo. Like those guys are like kind of nerds because they make music and they got to do all the stuff on a computer. Somebody just
very good point as well. That's a cognitive bias that whoever said that was talking about. All nerds, you're all in the same boat.
said it's because the nerds, mostly Chinese guys, confirm the stereotypes enough to perpetuate it. The classic, and somebody said, nope, it's because you want your parents around. And somebody just said, man, come to the Midwest, bro. The Midwest is great, man, because you don't even have to be stylish. You just got to be a cool dude with a beer in your hands. And then somebody else said, come on, man, let's be serious. The Midwest, I don't care if it's free from these dynamics. That's like the last place I would possibly want to live as an Asian guy. And they went on to name the pros and cons.
Damn. I ain't never thought about it from like the Asian guy perspective, but like logical sense, the Midwest probably does have more quality women because it's more down to earth, less urban, more rural. But damn, yeah, I don't, there's not many Asian people that would want to live in the Midwest where it's more country and they don't seem like that type. They're more city, it seems.
Cons of every region, Andrew. This guy said, if you want to be an Asian guy, you move to Texas, Houston. You got to be sporty and masculine. Would you agree with that?
I agree.
In the East Coast, you have to have the mind of an elite school finance bro, regardless of whatever industry you're in. You have to be like...
You got to be smart, witty, ambitious in the East Coast.
You have to be like the Wolf of Wall Street of whatever your lane is, right? Somebody said Midwest, horrible to live, no Asian culture, no Asian food, no Asian restaurants, no Asian communities. Somebody said Arizona might be underrated. The Southwest, you like it, Andrew? You've been to Arizona a few times, Phoenix?
Arizona's not bad.
And then somebody just said the West Coast Asian enclaves tend to mimic the worst parts of Asia when it comes to materialism. And even though they are pretty nice. And then the East Coast Asian enclaves, Andrew, feel like ghetto parts of East Asia, like Flushing.
All right,
That's
guys.
hilarious, by the
Hey,
way.
man, we always say, man, you got to check out the 626 in Gabriel Valley if you want that easy breezy Chinese American life.
I'll tell you this. I think the Bay Area, if you're rich and you're raising a family, probably some good systems. But if you're a single guy, you want to go on 5 dates a week, a bad place to be.
Well, yeah, I don't know why you would go to the Bay, take a high-level tech job that's very demanding, and think that your dating opportunities are going to be like extremely vast. Like,
Exactly. Talk to him.
just you have to understand what game you're entering. You're entering like coder land. Like, there's going to be a lot of smart people. They're doing a lot of great things.
Right.
They're advancing. There's a lot of AI guys. You're going to have a lot of great conversations about everything from crypto to AI to ride sharing to all these different, to even a dating app that's based in the Bay Area.
Right.
How funny is that? You know, but actually Tinder came out of LA. So that kind of makes sense.
Right. More of the fun apps come out of LA.
Yeah.
I would say this. Also, there is a lot of different types of people in the Bay Area, but I notice more of the AZN, like ABG, ABs, Daly City, San Jose, whatever you want to call East San Jose type. They more like stay within their world.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like, oh, they just met you because you got a degree from Northwestern or Northeastern. They don't care about that.
Yeah, I would say this. If you are a tech guy and you're in the Bay and you have a good job and you can do it remotely, then obviously spending time in different cities is going to benefit you. So then you're still part of the Bay Area company, but you're actually enjoying the life somewhere else.
Right. You're saying take advantage of work from home or remote work.
Yes. But as far as solutions on how to beat the game, extend your radius to 100 miles is what he said. I couldn't even imagine doing that, to be honest, for myself, but I don't know. Maybe it works for other people.
If you're a good enough product, maybe a girl will drive in from Central California.
I think what the problem is, and this is the delusion, like I said earlier, about with men today, they're looking for women that don't want them. They're overlooking the 6s, the 7s that they can attract easily, trying to get the attractive dimes. You have to be more realistic as a man, especially in this day and time. Because like you're living in an area like that where it's more men, first of all, you're at a deficit right there. Then you're living amongst the most successful men in the world. Athletes, celebrities, coders, all of you guys are highly successful. If you guys were put in different areas of the country, you wouldn't struggle. It's all your environment, your demographics. So, in my opinion, these guys can attract women. They're just not satisfied with the women that they can attract. But there's only so much you can do, especially if you're a nerd, right? Think about life like high school. The celebrities, like in high school, the athletes, the guys that can do music, the artists in high school get all the women. Nerd guys come after that. The successful nerd guys come after that. Then everybody else is just kind of like damned if you do, damned if you're not. You're in no man's land. It is what it is. It is what it is. So hopefully, let's see what they have to say. I'm going to try to finish this before.
Say this. A lot of life is about fishbowl positioning. Okay. Which fishbowl are you putting yourself in, or what pool of fish are you fishing in? Here's the thing, though. You got to make sure your lures are strong if you want to use the pool analogy. And if we're going to be fish living in different fish bowls, Andrew, you still got to fish max and be the strongest fish you can be, regardless of the position. I mean, it's twofold. It's the fishbowl positioning, but you got to be a strong fish yourself, whatever that looks like, whether that's just optimizing, being cooler, getting better, stuff that we talk about on this channel and stuff that we review.
Yeah, but everybody can't be an alpha male. That's what he's trying to say. Now, I do believe being the best you can be, maxing, your hygiene, maxing out your style, maxing out, your lifestyle in reason. But after that, guys, it ain't too much else you can do. It is what it is. You gotta let the chips fall where they may and deal with the women that want you. Because if you deal with women that don't want you, you're just gonna end up in heartbreak, bad relationships. You're gonna end up saying these women ain't shit. So this is the delusion. This is what male delusion looks like.
Of course, family considerations do come into play. Lifestyle, friends, priority. It really depends. It's just all an algorithm with different equations split. You weigh it all out, guys. Listen, a lot of Asian people good at math. Just do the math, make the decisions, execute.
Exactly. Plus, like you said, everything's positioning. Everything's positioning. You're positioned in the wrong area for multiple reasons that they've already stated.
All right, everybody, let us know in the comments down below.
All right, that's the video. So hopefully you guys gain some insights from this video. You gain a little bit of knowledge on how to function in these areas. I'm gonna let you guys. I just moved to the city, so I'll give you guys some updates as I deal with women in the city, in the big city, and how they act as I gain more experience in the city and how to move and stuff like that. You guys comment your thoughts below with your experiences with this. Are you guys seeing this in big cities, or is it coming to the rural areas too? You rural guy, small suburbs, small city guys, let us know if it's invading your territory too. Is the feminism out there too? So hopefully you guys love this video. On your way out, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Share the video if you like the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't click off the video. Click the next video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.